Medusa, who I've heard you've had some experiences with. You showed off some of your motorcycle skills to her.
I like Deborah. I love Deborah. Deborah, I met when I was working. This was long before the show, and I think this was long before I was even training with Rick. This was in 2000. This was in '98. I met Deborah. She was staying at the hotel where I worked as a bellhop, and she was standing in the driveway. No, she was standing in the lobby, and I just recognized her. And I said, "Are you Deborah Michelli?" And she said, "Yeah." And it was from then we were good friends. And then when I ended up doing the show, I didn't even tell Deborah that I trained for a while with Rick. I didn't even tell her about that because I didn't even want to get in. But then when I did the show, she called me after the very first episode. She called me the next day and she goes, "What?" She was like, "What is this?" She goes, "You didn't tell me you were doing this." I'm like, "Well, I was trying to keep it." So anyway, she asked me to do. She knew that I had a Harley, I had a custom Fat Boy, and she asked me to do a charity ride from the Peterson Automotive Center in off Brea in LA to Las Vegas. And I thought, oh, this is great, man. This is great. It's going to be a good time. And so we all met at the Peterson Museum, and it must have been 200-300 bikes there. And I just make a long story short, you have a bike lock for the forks, and I would take the bike lock off and I would put it on my belt loop, and I put it on the one. I didn't put it on the one on the side. I put it on the one on the back. So when I was riding, I was sitting on the bike lock. So I was reaching like an idiot. Instead of going like around my back, I went across like this, and I was running down alongside some car bumpers, the little bumper stops on the cars, and one of them hit my forward controls, and I just totally ate it. And I'm laying there on my back, and a bunch of people run over, and there was this old man, and this is what we laugh at. I mean, I laughed so hard that night, I almost pissed myself. But there was an old man, and he goes, "What the hell happened to Bob Billionaire?" And she's never forgotten that line. Every time I talk to her, she goes, "So isn't old Bob Billionaire?" So I'm Bob Billionaire now instead of Joe Millionaire. But that's she's a great gal. She is a great gal. If anybody out there ever gets a chance to meet her, if she ever comes into town, tell her Bob Billionaire sent you. But no, definitely go meet her. She is an absolute sweetheart.
She seems like it. And the one thing I can't understand from the interviews I've heard of her, because she seems so nice and bubbly, is that she dated Greg Valentine, who's like the most depressing
I didn't know that.
I've ever met. Yeah, she used to go out with Greg Valentine.
Wow. I didn't know that.
If you ever met him, like, he never smiles. And he's just a dick. So it's just an odd pairing.
Wow. I never knew that. But you know what's funny is that when we talk, when we've gotten together, we've had dinner, we don't talk about wrestling. We very rarely talk about wrestling. So I'm not very inquisitive with these people. I mean, I don't sit there and ask them a ton about their past. So
Interesting. Well, maybe if I ever do a shoot interview with her, it'll be you doing the interview with her. That might be interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Support us on patreon.com for $1.99 a month to watch our full shoot interviews ad-free and help our channel grow. Follow us on Twitter at the Hannibal TV for instant updates.